What up, entrepreneurs? My name is James Mann, and welcome to my channel, Just Business, where I teach you how to start, grow, and scale a business from nothing all the way to six figures. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you what to do when naming your business. So at this point, you probably put in a lot of effort, hard work, and research into coming up with an amazing product or service that you are ready to share with the world. But you're probably racking your head on what to name your business. Now, naming your business is really a critical part of your business, and it's going to set the tone for everything moving forward. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you how I named my companies in order to ensure that they were successful, but also how I named my companies in order to beat out the market competition. Let's get into it. What's going on, entrepreneurs? Welcome to today's video where I'm going to be sharing with you things that you guys need to know before finalizing a name for your business. Number one, ultimately, is the customer doesn't care about your business. And it took me a long time to really figure this out because I was so tunneled with just tunnel vision about my business that I didn't really realize that nobody else cared near as much as I did about my business. And the majority of customers are going to hear about your business either through word of mouth or through discovering it online or through a business card or through you selling them their product. So that's the last thing that's on their mind. And if you approach it that way, then you're going to be able to create a business name that gets their attention, number one, and then gets them to either buy your product or enter your business, number two. The next piece that I would like to share with you is find ways to integrate a fun marketing gimmick or marketing scheme with your business, and make sure that whatever business name that you come up with actually is transferable over into a logo as well as other marketing materials and different information. So that way you don't have a really good long business name, but you can't turn it into a awesome logo like this right here. So the next piece that I'd like to share with you is, since the customer doesn't care about your business, they're not going to know what your business does. And I watched a ton of videos. I did a lot of research before I came up with the names for my businesses. And the simplest thing is to include what your business does directly in the name of your business. So that way there's no doubt in the customer's mind whenever they hear your business, what your business does. And you can offer other things, but put the main thing that your business does as part of your actual business name. Later on, I'll also be going over how to deal with trademarks, and then looking at other businesses that are competition, seeing what they have done successfully and also failed at, and then implementing that into your business. And then you guys may notice the blank Google page behind you. I'm going to show you how I personally came up with the names for all of my businesses, and then how I'm able to rank my businesses on the front page of Google. So without further ado, let's get into it. So let's say I am a customer that lives in Clemson, South Carolina, and I am looking for pressure washing. So oftentimes people will just type in the product or service that they want on Google, either that or other search engines, but Google is definitely the main one here. So as a customer, I'm typing in pressure washing services, and a slew of companies pop up. Notice that all of the top three have a form of pressure washing or power washing in the name. This happens to me by my business, Jet Spray Pressure Washing LLC. So our main service is exterior pressure washing and pressure cleaning. And I'll go ahead and click on that right now, so you guys can see through these pictures part of what we do: exterior pressure washing and cleaning. And I directly incorporated that into the name of our business, so our customers can see exactly what we offer, and then see some good pictures, and then be able to call us immediately for services. So this doesn't include as much the name of your business, but this is something to also take into consideration, as your name is also going to allow you to build a logo. As you guys can see right here, this is my logo for Jet Spray Pressure Washing. Here it has a figure holding a pressure washing wand with jet spray over it. Now, from our logo, it communicates to the customers what we do, and that has been one way for us to increase and to grow our business. That, and then this gets a little bit more into the marketing side, but every time we pull up to do a quote for a customer in that awesome wrap vehicle and wrap trailer, our closure rate has gone through the roof because it communicates legitimacy. So in your business branding and in your business name, you want to communicate legitimacy. And that brings me to my next point, is including LLC here. You don't have to do that for every business, but especially if it's a service type industry where you have a whole bunch of people that aren't licensed and insured, you need to put LLC, because that tells them that you're a limited liability company, you have articles of organization, and that you're licensed and insured. And even if you aren't, or you're in a temporary lapse of coverage right now, put it on there. You know, it's not going to hurt at the end of the day, because you can't do anything if you don't have any customers. So you have to go through the process and make the mistakes, and eventually you're going to become an LLC. You know, when I started Jet Spray Pressure Washing, I had my dad's pickup truck, 100-foot of pressure washing hose, and a 3,000 PSI DeWalt, and that was it. And then through that, I kept on grinding and was able to grow it. Okay, so this brings me to my next example. So several years ago, I also started an axe throwing and entertainment venue in downtown Clemson, South Carolina. I went to college there. I grew up there. I knew the market very well. And that's actually a segue into another really good point, is understand your market, understand your competition, and understand if there's demand for a business there. In my case, there was not an axe throwing company anywhere close to where I was. So I decided to put an axe throwing and entertainment venue in downtown Clemson. Here again, you guys can see that I included axe throwing in the name of the business because it's going to generate higher on hits with Google, and we're going to appear in the top page. There's no other competition for us. So in this case, it was a lot easier, but I am going to talk a little bit about marketing here. So your business name has to tie directly in to you being able to market it, if that's with merchandise or different materials. And believe it or not, I actually racked my head for almost 2 weeks when coming up with a name for this business. I had almost an entire notebook filled up, and I was going over to my friends, coming up with names. I had all kinds of stuff like Whistle Pig or like Clemson's Axe House or stuff like that. And my buddy Eric had this ingenious idea, and he was like, well, there's a Stump House tunnel that everybody knows locally, and it's really popular. Why don't you do something that plays on that and then add axe throwing? And the initials also spell Shat, so it'll be really funny, and you can make a lot of money selling t-shirts and stickers. And I looked at him, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to do that. And I thought about it, and I couldn't get the name Stump House Axe Throwing, or SHAT, out of my head. And if you come up with something that sticks like that, use it. And in our case, we ended up going with the name Stump House Axe Throwing, and we came up with t-shirts that say, I shat on my 21st, I shat on Target, all kinds of stuff. So we sell a whole bunch of merchandise, funny t-shirts and stickers with the business. So it's helped us build our own brand around a funny little gimmick. Okay. Now, another thing that you'll also see, I don't know if it'll pull up directly here on Google, but oftentimes, yeah. Oh, it actually did. So people, while searching for Stump House Tunnel, which is a really popular place in Clemson, or in Walhalla, South Carolina, my hometown, the only other thing that pops up is our axe throwing business here. Now, after my axe throwing business opened, somebody else wanted to make a play on it and opened up a crappy cafe that is closed down. But as you guys can see, doing other things that play off of landmarks allows your business to be found by other customers who are looking for Stump House Tunnel, but also might like to go axe throwing, and that's free exposure. Okay. Now I'm going to enter another business. So here is a place called Tiger Town Tavern. Now, I grew up, went to college in Clemson, South Carolina, and I've always loved the name Tavern. So when me and my business partner Jim were trying to come up with a name for our third business, we love the name Tavern because just with Tavern, it had a warm feel to it. You could sell food. And this brings me to my other point about trademark and competitions. If there's a restaurant that's using the name Kitchen or a bar that's using the name Tavern, they don't have exclusive rights to that. So if you want to use it, take it and use it as your own and create your own logo, and that's okay. You know, there's plenty of places that have the name pizza and the restaurant name because it communicates to the customer what you do. If it was just called Your Pie, then a lot of people wouldn't know it was a pizza restaurant. And pizza is such a main driving factor that all you see is Your Pie Pizza, and people are going to go there just because of the word pizza. So I'm going to take you to our most recent business venture, which we opened up spring of this year. It's been one of the most rewarding and challenging experiences of my life, Trailhead Tavern. So I'm going to click on it. We're going to have to zoom into it. Give me 1 second to pull it up. All right. Okay. So here's our all right, boys, bear with me. Okay. All righty. We made it. Yay. And there was much rejoicing. So here is the most recent bar I opened called Trailhead Tavern. So I love the name Tavern, and we incorporated that into our business name. And we took something from another business that communicated what it does and applied it directly to our own. And some of the last information I'm going to share with you just on this topic today is your business name also has to fit the area in which you're putting your business, especially if it's a brick and mortar business. It has to fit the surrounding community, and it has to really be accepted by all the local customers. Now, in our case, Walhalla is a really small town, and they had a really nice coffee shop called Mountain Mocha. There was another restaurant right here called Hungry Hiker, which was really popular before we opened up. And we wanted to play on the mountain vibe. So what better way to have a small town that has a whole bunch of hiking and backpacking, camping trails and waterfalls with the name Trailhead Tavern. So if you can, try to play off of the surrounding community with the name of your business. So the last point I'd like to bring up, and I think you guys saw it earlier, is essentially trademarking and competitors. So there are 2 Trailhead Taverns in the United States. There's one north of Denver, Colorado, and then there's my restaurant here, located in South Carolina. Since they're in completely different states, we have completely different customer bases. There's a 99.99% chance they're not going to reach out to me to try to say that they had the name first. Plus, also, you guys can see with the logo that I have, as well as the spelling of the name, I was able to differentiate between the 2 businesses. So they have no legal grounds to come after me on that front. And I can show you guys how to trademark your logos and your business name and information later in another video. Very cheap, very easy, and very quickly and efficiently. So that's it as far as business names. I hope you guys got a lot of useful value from this video. I'm excited to be pushing out a lot more content here in the next couple weeks. So make sure to smash that subscribe button as I go through and share more stories about my businesses and help you guys build a business that gets to 6 figures. I'll see you next time.